Hi everyone, I'm K.S.Lewis and welcome to Love Dish, where each week we infuse the richness of love and relationships with the goodness of great food. So we have officially entered the microwave society these days, with everything moving at such a fast pace than what it's been in the past. So my question is, are relationships moving at that fast pace as well? Are we giving too much too soon? Are we moving as far as sex and one night stands too soon? Tonight, I sit down with two of DC's top personalities, WKYS's Deja Perez and the Gentleman Sweep's Russ, and we're going to find out exactly how quickly we should move and groove through these relationships. So be sure to come right back and we'll get started.
Sit right here, my dear. Come on, baby, open up about your fears. Let's talk about love, laughs and tears. I hope that I make it clear for you, love, I'm here.
Baby, just show me your heart. You know that this could be the very start of something wonderful, so incredible. Just the right amount of flavor makes this a dish we both can savor.
Let's bring together these ingredients of joy and laughter, so we can make this love dish. We can make this love dish.
Welcome back to Love Dish. I'm K.S. Lewis with my special guest for tonight. I have Ms. Deja Perez and Mr. Russ. We're going to get started talking about the conversation because I can't wait to hear you all's take on what we are all doing to be too fast, too soon in relationships. But first, just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, and all that kind of thing.
Okay, so my name is Deja Perez. I am on the radio here in DC, 93.9 WKYS. I also do a little stuff for DTLR radio as well. I don't know. I'm kind of living my best life right now. That's kind of the best way to say it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to own my flaws and live my best life and help others in the process. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Well, you're going to help me tonight because we all need a little help with living our best lives.
Indeed.
Yes. And Jay?
I am Russ. I am the ultimate reject. I'm a professional speaker, so I do motivational speaker. I also have a small radio show. It's called The Gentleman Sweep, and it's pretty much a man's cave, and it's for everybody. You know, women can be the fly on the wall and get a male's perspective of how we think in order to see how they can operate in relationships. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that today. So we'll see how they feel about it.
Oh, well, I can't wait to hear about it.
Hey.
Because anytime I can be a fly on the wall or the rose in the room, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I like that term. Oh, you stepped it up. Okay, rose in the room.
I am. So the funny thing about this show for everyone, so you're so used to, most people are used to seeing me kind of helping as a sous chef with all my guests. But tonight, you guys are going to help me out because you guys don't really cook.
You're not supposed to say
And
that.
that's okay. No,
We
it's
cook
okay.
some stuff.
They cook some stuff, but so tonight I'm going to do a very quick, tried and true. This is like my family's favorite easy breezy spaghetti.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And I think it's one of those things that when you are dating, once you get to the point where you're ready to, you know, have someone over for dinner, it's a quick meal. It's something anybody can make, whether it's, you know, male or female. I think it's a real easy go-to. So that's what we're cooking tonight. Okay. And Deja, you brought a drink.
I did. I believe it's called La Piña because it's a little Ciroc pineapple with a little pineapple juice and a little pineapple accoutrement. So yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
accoutrement. Oh.
Yes, you weren't ready for that.
I love it, but I am so ready for it. Okay, I can't wait to taste that. And then Jay, you brought
My appetite. That's what I brought. My appetite and
Fair
some
enough.
jokes. That's what I brought. You know? Some pineapples. I'm taking your credit.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I think you have a salad for us, right?
Thank you
And a
so
little
much. I
bread.
appreciate that. Wink, wink. A salad. That's what I brought.
And some bread, maybe.
You done made me feminine. I brought a salad. It's okay.
Or some flowers.
Some flowers. Yeah,
Right.
it's okay.
It's okay. Mini
You know,
salads.
but I brought my pen and my pad. I'm gonna take notes. So
Okay.
that's why I came with an open mind to learn some things.
Well,
That's
we're
what I
getting ready to
did.
teach him, right?
Hey, teach me, please.
All right. Well, we will get started in just a moment, so make sure you get your pen and pad out to take notes as well. We'll be right back on Love Dish. Welcome back to Love Dish. This is K.S.Lewis with my special guest for tonight, Ms. Deja Perez.
Hello.
And Mr. J. Russ. So we are going to do a tried and true dish. It's one of my family's favorites. It's spaghetti. So please don't come at me in the comments. Yes, I know everybody knows how to make spaghetti. But when we're talking about dating and when we're talking about moving too fast too soon, it's a quick dish. So it's nothing like you're not feeling extra because you've gone out and spent a lot of money on really expensive ingredients.
Important.
It's very simple. It's keeping everybody right here. It's keeping the pace real even. So on the break, I went on and put the turkey into the pan. So I'm going to season it, and I'm going to put, so I like Italian sausage in my spaghetti, but for people that, don't necessarily eat pork, I'm going to separate it tonight. And so we've got the turkey going. I'm going to, let's see, I just really do quickly, little salt, little pepper, Italian seasoning, and a little garlic powder. Very simple stuff. So
Is that pink Himalayan sea salt?
that is pink Himalayan sea salt, and only because I'm trying to be a little healthier. I mean, salt is salt, but for me, it works because it's a little lighter on your system. I don't know why. That's just what the doctor said.
Right.
So obviously you're the professional. So should I be measuring this when I cook it?
With this kind of dish, really it's about the taste.
Taste? Okay.
And so you can eyeball it, but I would say if you have to have some type of a measurement, I would say for about a pound or so of meat, you would want to do at least maybe a quarter to a half a teaspoon of the Italian seasoning.
Okay.
Because any kind of dried ingredient is going to be a little bit more potent than if you had a fresh. And so if you had the fresh ingredients, and so you want to use less.
Okay.
Okay. And so this really kind of, I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, but it just gets to hang out in the pan for a little while and do its thing. All right. Deja's like, what is that? But I promise, I promise. It's very simple, very easy, breezy. We're going to turn this pan on too.
Okay. So what are we putting in this?
This will be the Italian sausage.
Oh,
So,
okay.
It doesn't need it because sausage kind of makes its own
Juices to cook in?
juice to make it, but I like to just keep it from sticking. Sometimes it'll still stick just a little. So I'm just going to put like not even a tablespoon, maybe a little less than a full tablespoon of oil, and you just kind of let it roll around in the pan just to kind of get on the sides. And then we've got our Italian sausage right here, a few pieces. Let it get hot, and then you just put it in the pan and let it hang out.
Okay.
I would keep an eye on the sausage though, because they're full lengths.
So
And
you don't have to
wanna-
like cut them so that they cook evenly?
I don't cut them. I just put them in there. But I turn them.
Okay.
Okay.
So I do turn them so that they can cook evenly. And that's
Okay.
what I was about to say. Like, you keep an eye on it just so that you can turn it every few minutes.
Okay.
How long should that stay on for?
Till it gets done.
Hey.
That's what my grandma used to say.
That's it.
But no.
Does it turn colors, or
It
how do
does.
you know it's done?
You'll know it's done because it will be a little bit more, I won't say translucent, but at least the casing will be translucent.
Okay.
It will turn color. It'll get dark brown. And you'll smell it and you'll see that it's getting harder. It's not going to be soft like this. Like right now, this is raw. So as it's cooking, you'll see, and you can see it's starting to bubble already. You'll turn it and you'll see it getting darker. Okay. I'm going to give this a quick stir. really, really easy. But while I'm doing this, I did want to ask you guys, like, so we're talking about the pace of relationships tonight. So do you all think there's a timetable in relationships?
Sir?
I think time is it's the definition of everything. So
Okay.
when you give people time, they're either going to mess up or show you who they really are.
Okay.
But
Good answer.
I can agree with that.
time kills everything. You know, it's either going to, cut the facade that you have or show me that you really are about what you are about. So time is good. You know?
So it's kind of a make or break thing for you, right?
It is, but I think if you're
What's
putting
appropriate
specific
when we're
time,
talking about time?
like when Steve Harvey said 90 days. I mean, I don't know if anybody follows that. You know, it's 90. That's a long time. So
I guess it probably depends on how much time you're putting into it as well. Like 90 days, but we don't live in the same state and
Right.
we're just talking on the phone, and so our communication is not us going out doing things, but we talk and we text and we, that might
Right.
be different
Okay.
than, I see you every third day and we just go to the movies and, hang out for a little bit. So I think it kind of depends on what's in that time.
Yeah, I agree. I would say, so then my follow-up, do you feel that people are moving too fast too soon in today's society?
Yeah.
And why?
Okay.
be
So,
real, be real, be real,
Yeah, be real.
I mean, I think that we live in an instant gratification world.
Okay.
And I think that, Instagram, Twitter, everything is Google. You know what I mean? Like, I need the
Yeah.
answer now. I think so that's kind of helped create people to have a need to make things happen faster, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's like relationship goals. Like everybody wants
Right.
to be in a relationship. And sometimes we go on social media or sometimes we go places and we see people that are in a relationship but we don't understand what they had to get through or go through to get to the point where they are. So we want that
Absolutely.
result, but we don't want to put the work in to get that result. So
Right.
that's where we are nowadays as a society.
I
I
agree.
so agree. You guys hear it? It's popping, locking, don't stop. But we do want it to keep going. So, and you can see how it's starting to
bust out of this cake.
It is, but that's letting you know it's good. It's letting you know it's cooking, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And I'm gonna turn
Get
it.
burned.
You might feel a little nothing
Wait a minute now.
But y'all got
nothing you're not
y'all
used
got the
to.
fancy little things on it and all
Okay, so
that.
legit, he is Salt Lake City because he doesn't have an apron. He's really Salt Lake City, but he also ain't bring a drink or a dish,
Hey.
so he don't get no apron. I'm just saying.
So while we are letting this meat cook, and I'm gonna put the noodles in the water in just a second. Talk about how you gauge. What's the best gauge of moving forward in a relationship? Like, how do you figure that out?
I'm more of a, I guess it could be bad at times, because I'm more of a feelings type of person. Like, if I'm feeling like it, I'm not going to kind of overthink things. Like, I'm the type of person that I do, and then I think about what the heck I just did. So sometimes that could get you in trouble,
Yes,
because
I can see that.
what I felt like last night might not be what I feel like today, you know what I mean? So, I'm trying to learn to do a bit more processing first before the doing part, but, hey, pray for me, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Do you feel like you maneuver through that whole process of gauging time easily?
I think I suck at it, to be honest with
Hey,
you.
you
I mean, I really
Sometimes
do.
we
Like,
do.
we were talking about our, relationship paths, and I've been through 2 really long relationships.
Yeah.
So I was in one for 5.5 years, then I was in another for 10. So I don't really know,
Watch yourself, Dave.
because I'm really not trying to get burned.
It's gonna pop.
I see when you say you can actually won't
You
be
can
able to see
see.
through it. That's nice.
So it is gonna pop. I can poke a little hole in it, but it will pop.
What is the poking in the hole doing?
It lets the juice come out so that it doesn't burst totally open.
Does it bust wide open?
Hey.
We don't want anything busting wide
Stop
open
that.
here tonight. So yeah. All right.
For all the fellas looking, I want y'all to know if it pops up, these ladies got real hair, so we are good. We're good.
Legit, like-
There's nothing burning on this set. We're good,
Right.
Except my own hair.
Hey,
That's a
if
problem.
Michael Jackson got over it, you're good. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
What do you think happens to help push you through the phases of relationships?
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Like what are the telltale signs through the time though? Like what happens like when we meet Like what happens in that interaction to let you know, okay, it's time to move to this next thing, or it's time to move it, like as we begin to go through the phases, because relationships are about phases, in my opinion.
I have a tendency to go, and this is probably a fault, but I have a tendency to go 0 to 100. Like, real quick. Like, my ex, I think we probably dated a little bit, and then within the month he was probably living with me. You know what I mean? Too fast.
Okay.
That's why I'm not a good.
Okay. But you probably have learned through that.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Never again. Never ever.
I think a lot of it is trial and error, because I'll be honest, from a male perspective, I do things backwards.
Okay.
You know, what used to be important to me, sex was really the most important thing to me. So if physically you couldn't please me, then we're not going forward in a relationship.
There's no point.
So to me, it was like, after we have sex, then we'll sit down and think if we have something.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Versus
you know what I mean?
talking, leading up to it, having this emotional attachment.
What happens if you put that time in? You put that time in,
And
you
then they're whacking the
put and they whack in a sack, then what?
And
you
you're
know,
stuck.
there are so many people that are kind of like being in a relationship where they're not physically pleased because they actually like the person that they're with. You know what I mean? They're a good person, they're a provider, they do the things. To me, if you're not putting it on me, if you're not doing the
But don't you think that that's something that can be worked on? Like,
No.
you know, you didn't even hear me out. You didn't even hear me out. But what I mean is,
He doesn't even want to hear that.
he doesn't even want to hear that, right? But so she's
put the
been.
noodles in the water.
Hey, are we gonna break it or you just gonna throw it in? How you doing? Okay, boom, okay.
Like that. Straight like that.
So I think, you know, if someone has been with her guy for a while, she's used to the way he likes it,
True,
right?
true.
So now they've called it quits, and now they have you and her are together, right? So she's doing what she knows he likes.
With him, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are cool, you should be able to say, hey, listen, I don't like it like that. Like, do this, and at least give her the opportunity to adjust. And same with you. You know, you guys can both adjust how you're doing for each specific person. And then if it's still whack, then that's your own problem.
So let me throw this question to you guys, and I'll get
Before
my
you throw that question,
Okay,
we're going to take a quick break.
All right.
And I'm just going to double check all the food. We're going to get ready to get your drink going.
Yes.
So make sure that you come right back on Love Dish, and we'll start putting this drink together, okay? Welcome back to Love Dish. I'm K.S.Lewis with my special guest for tonight. We have been cooking and just moving and grooving with the spaghetti. It is pretty much at a place where it can just kind of, you know, lay low for a minute. We're going to put the sauce in, but first I want to see your drink.
Okay.
So walk us through, what's the name of it first?
It's called La Piña.
La
And of
piña.
course, piña in Spanish is pineapple, so
Okay.
that makes sense. So we're going to add a little ice,
Okay.
which might actually be all of this ice. And we're going to add, technically it's 1.5 ounces,
Okay.
but
We're just going to go for it tonight.
we might just go.
Oh, yes.
You know,
More is always better.
it's never bad. Okay, and then a little pineapple juice
Okay.
to seal the deal. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Beast mode. Okay.
And so about how much pineapple juice?
So, really it's about half this can,
Okay.
but I put in a lot of ice. So,
Okay.
we're gonna just rock with it.
Why not?
And then,
Why not?
we are gonna shake it up real good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna
You
let you
sound
do
like-
that,
Get excited.
right? Here, you can contribute.
Hey,
You can
hey,
do
shake
that.
I finally did something. Hey, hey.
While you do that,
Get the drinks ready.
I'll get the cups ready. So
Yes.
we're
And you have pineapple going
gonna,
too?
yeah, like a little garnish, you know,
Okay.
if that
That's a
stays.
big
I know, shush.
piece of
Don't judge.
pineapple.
Don't judge.
I like big. I like big everything.
Hello,
Hey.
as you should. All right,
This is ready.
let's bust it wide open. See where we're at. Should be chilled. And ooh, that looks good.
That looks delish. Awesome.
All right, one for you. One for you.
Hey.
And I'll do mine too.
Yay.
So, if you stay, or not. Don't judge my pineapple.
He wasn't quite sure if he wanted to hang out.
You're gonna end up in
You're
this
gonna have
cup.
to make another one because
I will. All right,
it's enough to taste.
it's a sample. We'll make
Yeah.
some more when the
We'll make
spaghetti's
some
officially
more.
ready. Officially ready.
All right.
So,
La Piña.
cheers.
Cheers.
Woo. It was pineapple.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Actually, not bad.
I actually like that. I like that.
It is really good.
I changed the recipe a little bit. That's why I'm surprised.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
really
bad.
That's good.
Very, very good. And it's, you know, it's really refreshing.
It is.
So I think I'm going to get a whole glass of this.
Okay.
Maybe some crushed ice and
Okay.
a straw.
And we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see just kind of sitting, hanging out on my deck, or you know,
on a nice summer day.
Yeah. This is awesome.
I'm gonna go ahead and eat my pineapple.
Eat your pineapple. So I'm gonna add the sauce real quick to the spaghetti. We're gonna come back to this.
Okay.
While I'm adding the sauce, because basically this is done. Like I said, spaghetti is a really easy dish. This just happens to be one of my favorites. I'm going to add the sauce to both the turkey and the Italian sausage, and I'm going to pop the bread into the oven. The bread takes about 9 or 10 minutes. Like literally, it's just a bread. It doesn't matter what you do. Like you can get a regular piece of a French baguette or Italian loaf. You can put some butter on it, garlic, whatever you want to do. You have to keep an eye on it because it will burn quickly.
Okay.
Which is why I like to get the ones that are already prepared, and you can find those at any of your local stores that you like. They generally already have everything on it that you need.
So you just pop it in the oven.
You just put it in the oven and go. That you can actually put in the, like, it just goes on the pan while it's in the bag. You put it in the oven, it's done.
You put it in the bag?
I leave it in the bag.
Really?
No
Yes.
cleanup.
How do you know when it's ready then? How do you know when it so it doesn't burn?
Well, you'll smell it,
Okay.
but you leave it in, like I said, about 9 to 10 minutes. If you leave it in a couple minutes longer, they might get a little harder. So it's really about what you like. Whether
Okay.
you like your bread really, really soft, or if you like it a little more crunchy.
Okay.
So, okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna pour some of this sauce, and like I said, it's whatever prepared sauce you like. Now, for those of you who might really want like to make your own sauce, it's super easy. You can just take like a can of crushed tomatoes, a little tomato paste, whatever seasoning you like as far as Italian, you know, things that go with spaghetti.
Okay.
And let it simmer.
So, do you season your sauce?
I
Or
do
you just-
season
okay.
my sauce a little bit,
Okay.
just because I like certain tastes.
Okay.
And then I like a little extra sauce as well. So I put a little crushed red pepper in my sauce. And I normally will put, let's turn this back on.
Same with this?
Yes. And that's just kind of to get the sauce to warm up and kind of mesh a little bit better with the meat. So I put a little crushed red pepper. Sometimes I put like a teaspoon of barbecue sauce.
I thought you was gonna say
Really?
sugar. I
And
thought
I
you.
do a little sugar.
Okay.
What's
Okay.
the barbecue sauce do?
It, you know, it just gives it a
Tangy?
little. It gives it a little bit of tanginess.
Okay.
I don't put a lot because you don't want the barbecue sauce to overpower. Just like you don't want the crushed red pepper to overpower. But I think it just gives it. I don't know. It just gives it a little kick that I like.
And what about the sugar?
The sugar just sweetens it up because with the crushed tomatoes and the tomato paste, they're not sweet at all. And so you want to just, that's my palate. Some people don't prefer a sweeter sauce.
So is that more so if you were making your sauce from scratch, or even with a
I do
store-bought?
it even with a pre-prepared sauce. I do. So, and you can see I'm just kind of mixing it up so that the meat marries the sauce really nicely. And then you let it simmer, and that will help loosen up the sauce a little bit because it's been sitting in the jar, so it's a little tight.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And although we like things to be tight,
Smells wonderful.
okay.
Smells wonderful.
it's okay for it to loosen up just a little bit. All right. So in the meantime, though, what are some things? Because we've talked about a lot of stuff as far as moving too fast and all that. What are some things that you're willing to just say, I don't care, when you're all in? And I'm going to sip while you guys think about that because I feel like I've stumped you.
You got me.
I don't think in the present space where I am that I am willing to overlook anything anymore.
Wow, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
And you feel like that's for protection's sake?
Yeah.
Or for just because you've grown and you're like,
I'd say it's a little bit of both.
I know what I want, I know what I don't want?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Jay?
I think honestly for me, I can deal with almost anything except someone that isn't honest.
Okay.
So my
That's
thing
an
is
absolute
this.
deal breaker.
Yeah.
I believe that you should never take away someone's right to decide. So
Option.
if you take away my option to choose, then we really don't have anywhere to go. Because
Right.
if you're honest with me and give me the option to choose, your situation might not be ideally for me, but I might say,
Right.
okay, I know how to go
I'm ready
into
to
the
rock with it.
situation. I know how to protect my feelings, and I'll be cool with it, you know? So don't take away my right to choose. You take away my right to choose, or if you just show yourself not to be truthful.
And that's usually
I'm
the
out.
crux of most relationships
I agree.
is when someone is dishonest in any capacity.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's you're sleeping with somebody else or what, you know, whatever. Usually when you take away my choice, that's when it's now an uneven playing field,
Yeah. Right.
and that's not healthy.
Well, because I went into it with false pretense.
Correct.
You know,
correct.
like you.
I was honest.
Yes.
Yes.
And you led me to believe a certain thing, and that's not the case.
Right.
Do
and
you
it's
feel
deceitful.
like in this too fast, too soon culture that people do that a lot?
Hell yeah.
But I think it's a two sides to that, because I
Okay.
think sometimes the question that I want to ask is, how much information is too much information?
Well, that's the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole.
You can't tell everybody everything up front, you know. what I mean?
True.
But if
But that of which you tell should be honest.
should be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, so is-
however much of it you tell should be honest.
Is me omitting some things because I don't really want you to know this right now? Is that being dishonest? Because I didn't tell you up front?
I guess it depends on what it is you're omitting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I'm omitting that whole other
Like
wife
if
I
you
got, then
right,
that's
if
a
you're
problem.
omitting the whole other
That's
family,
a problem.
we got a situation, right?
That's the problem. Throw him
I'm
away.
just
Throw
saying.
him away. That's
right.
a problem.
Abort mission, right?
I got you.
Right.
Unless you
I got
mentioned that.
But you know, what if they say something like, you know what, my credit's not perfect,
Yeah.
or what if they say things
But
like
that's
that?
not a lie, and that's not omitting.
But if
You're still saying, you know, that there needs to be work done on it, but I'm just not telling you I have a 2 credit scores.
I got you.
I'm not of the. I'm gonna pop this bread in while we're talking. I'm not of the mindset that we have to like. We don't have to get married in a month.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
I mean, even with this too fast, too soon stuff we're talking about, it is hot in here. You know, it's okay for you to be working on some things when we first meet, and I don't necessarily have to know that in day one.
Okay.
Like by week 3, if we're feeling each other on a level that's like, then
And I think
our conversation.
week 3?
Well, I'm just saying we're talking about too fast, too soon.
Okay, I got
So if you're already 2 people that move very quickly,
you. Okay.
and if you couple that with intimacy
Mm-hmm.
within 3 weeks time period, then once you're intimate with someone, I feel like you feel like you know them.
Okay.
You might not. You certainly
You don't, but
but you feel like you do because you've allowed them into a space that
it's
you
not
know,
for everyone.
That's not for everybody. And so because of that, I think the conversation begins to change, or at least it should.
Well, here's the
In
male
theory.
perspective on this one.
Yes.
Women look at the intimacy or the physicalness of things as something emotional. Men, we look at it as physical. It's just something
If
that
I make
we
you
do.
say ooh or ah, that's some damn emotion.
No, it's not, because Tina down the street did the same thing.
I ain't
So
seen them.
But
for men,
the difference is too is as you know in a male-female relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? The woman is the one that is entered, so it's more
Yes.
invasive.
It's emotional.
More, it is.
Yeah.
It is. You know what I mean? Versus a man who's like, I'm good. I just put it somewhere.
But see,
And
okay,
Right.
so
I just did what
I didn't
do.
receive it.
I
I,
think
put it somewhere.
I think in that situation, the best thing is communication then.
Mm-hmm.
Because today, nowadays, you might assume something and you might get caught up as a fool. I mean, we might say we kicking it. I'm hanging out with you every night. And now I'm assuming we together.
Mm-hmm.
You might be like, look, I'm just hanging out with you because I ain't got nothing else to do. But we not together. I told you already. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not looking for a relationship.
Right.
And that's part of it too, like you know how you were talking about omitting things.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times what happens is you get it, you move fast, you start kicking it with somebody, it's all good, you're moving fast, and now you're week 3 and oops, I didn't tell them this, and now I don't know how
Yeah.
to tell them this. So now I'm procrastinating, and now I just don't tell them because it's gonna mess up what we have because I should have told them in the beginning, but I didn't know her like that, so we weren't rocking like that, and you know what I mean. And it's like a slippery slope, really.
Got
It
you.
really is. It really is. And how do you recover from that?
Sometimes you
How
can't.
do you recover from? Okay.
Sometimes
Sometimes
you
you
can't.
can't. That's fair.
Sometimes you can't. I mean, just say it. Again, it depends on what that slippery slope was.
And what the omission was.
Say like if you asked me, you know, you said, do you have any children? Or, you know, I said, yeah, you know, I got children. But you never asked me how many, you know what I mean? So, and say I just talk about maybe one of my child. You know, me, I personally, I have 5, you know what I mean?
From the same woman, though. Let's put that out there. But I got 5. So say like if I'm talking.
This joker got 5 kids.
Hey, don't do that. I was married for 17 years at one point.
He
So
trying to
don't
clean
put
it
me
up
out there
now.
like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, but say if I didn't want you in my business, because some people might like judge me for the fact that this dude got 5 children. So if I tell you I got 5 children, I now got to give you the background behind where the 5 kids came from, the fact that you ain't gonna have Tanisha and Shanisha knocking at your door. You know what I mean? That hey, I was married, the marriage didn't work out, now I'm single again, but my children are blessings to me. I may not want to be able to bring that out on day 1.
Right.
That might be some
That's fair.
But the thing is,
type
but I
stuff,
do
you know?
agree that, you saying, okay, yes, I have children, you could dead that conversation right there. But you saying, nah, I'm good, and then you pop up with 5 babies,
Hey.
we got a problem.
Okay,
That's
I got
a big
you.
problem.
We got a ginormous, like, I might hurt you problem,
Because I do think that, as you're going through the conversation, naturally it should come up.
Yeah.
It
Like
should.
the number.
No.
Like if you've already said I got kids, and then you keep talking and you never go back to the point.
And then,
yeah, I got
quite
5.
frankly, I'd be looking at you side eyes if you only talking about your 1 kid. Because
Okay.
what's wrong with your other 4
Other 4
babies?
kids.
Yeah,
I
what's
got
why
you.
are you
I
not
got
talking
you.
about that?
Okay, I got
Not in the closet, in the attic. Is what I
Hey,
mean.
thank you.
Don't-
Bring it out. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Politically correct. Politically correct.
All right, well, we are going to take just a quick break. We're going to
Okay.
check on all the food.
Make
We're
some
gonna
more drinks?
We're going to
Hey,
make
please.
some more drinks.
Hold on. Start me from scratch. Oh, yes.
That's good stuff. And I'm going to knock mine back too. So make sure you come right back and join
Hey.
us on Love Dish. Welcome back to Love Dish. So we have gotten all the food done, but we're going to play a quick game while the food just kind of simmers and lets all the flavors marinate together and gets ready for us to eat it. Okay. So we're going to play a game called Never Have I Ever. Have you all played this before?
No.
Okay. So, of course, there's a little twist on this. So
Okay.
I'm going to make a statement. And if you have participated, if you have done this, participated in it, however you want to say it, you're going to take a drink.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
If not, we don't have to.
And if not, you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay.
All right? Are you ready for the first statement? And look, I have my glass, so I'm going to do it too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Never have I ever gone on a blind date.
Wait, so if I haven't done it, I drink.
If you have done it,
Okay.
then you drink.
Hey, Black Planet, let's make it happen.
Not Black Planet.
Black old school.
Oh, you took it
old
back.
school. Old school.
I have never been on a blind date.
Never?
Never.
Oh
You
my
gonna set us up?
No.
Hell no, not us.
Listen.
Not us.
Not
You.
me and you.
No, not together. I don't want to be set up. Just you.
Hey.
I don't mind being set up.
No, I'm good off that. Thanks.
All right. Never have I ever gone on 2 dates in one night.
Top notch. Own it. Own your hoism. Own it, yes. So you did take a drink?
She took one.
Hey, hey,
Okay.
do you, boo?
Like a virgin.
Long time ago.
Oh, okay. Disclaimer, huh? Disclaimer, okay.
Never have I ever gone on a date and picked up someone after at the bar. So you
Damn.
went on a date first.
Wow, sir, really?
Somebody else
We're
at
really
the
getting
bar.
to know you in a very special way.
So maybe the date didn't work out and we
Yeah.
dropped them off and someone else we saw we went
Yeah.
at? Absolutely.
I'm trying to remember and I can't. That means I probably have done it.
Just take a shot.
Yeah,
Just
take
go for it.
And it's good, too.
Safe to assume.
It's safe to assume that it's happened.
Yeah.
All right. Never have I ever had a one-night stand.
I knew that was happening. Damn, you too? Okay.
I'm
You live in a judgment-free zone. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna take 2 for that.
I'm mad at your slurping.
Yes.
Okay. No judgment.
No,
We're
no.
fine.
No judgment. We're
Did
not-
you drink at all? Anything?
Not at all.
You haven't had
I
one
haven't,
drink.
I haven't had
Oh
one.
my! You're
Wow,
winning.
you're doing great.
Okay.
Also, could be
Never?
conceived as I have a very boring life.
No,
but
that's
whatever.
not true.
I'm losing an earring in here. Never have I ever Ubered or caught a ride to a booty call.
No, I got my car.
Me too.
I'm good.
I'm driving myself.
Yes.
When you said never ever had I caught an Uber,
Yeah.
if you had just left it at that, I would have taken a sip.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay.
Okay. How about never have I ever had a public makeout session?
Oh, goodness gracious.
That might be.
What? Okay.
Finally.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Safe to assume.
So public affection?
Safe to
Okay,
assume.
cool.
Good stuff. Good
Okay.
stuff. Yes, you came
Yeah.
right in the room.
Okay.
All right. Never have I ever had sex in public.
Now I feel like I'm amongst friends. Yes. No, let me
I
do
want
it
to die.
again.
I hope my mother's not watching.
I know. I'm sure mine is.
Hey.
Never have I ever found love in the club. What does that even mean?
You found your boo.
So maybe you went out,
Nah.
you found your boo, or could it have been a party, like a house party or something like that?
Or maybe you found your one night stand.
I mean, when I think about the song "Love in the Club,"
Like Usher's type thing.
Yeah, but I thought it meant something totally different.
Yeah.
Either way, the answer's no for me,
Yeah.
so we good.
The answer's no for me too. Did you take a drink?
Listen, but I gotta understand, like, does it have to be a physical club? Like, if I went to a kickback and saw a girl and we started dating after that,
I feel like you just need to take a drink
a
because
kickback
more
is like
likely
a
you did
chill
it.
session at somebody's house or
I feel like you
Like
should
a
know
house
what to say.
party?
Yeah. Does that count as a club?
I don't
It's
know.
clubbish.
I doubt it.
Clubbish? Okay.
Okay.
We had on club clothes. How about that?
You had a club clothes at the
With music
kickback?
playing in the background.
Hey, let's get it.
All right. Never have I ever faked sick to cancel a date.
Honesty is the best policy, kids. Just say
yeah.
I don't want to go.
Oh yeah.
You're
Jeez.
so harsh. You're so
But I'm
harsh.
100. I'm gonna keep you 100.
And then the last one. Never have I ever dated an ex's friend.
Damn, homie. You
So
too.
listen, it's a happy ending to this. The woman I married for 17 years, she was my best friend's girlfriend in high school.
Well, there you go.
I asked him first. He
Okay.
said it was cool if we dated. He didn't know we was gonna get married, so
No.
we dated for 4 months and got married, and we was together for 17
Speaking of
years.
that, too fast, too
Right.
soon.
You're the
But
epitome of too
I asked
fast.
permission first, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay.
shout
But they
out.
had 17 years,
You
so it
should
could
have
have been
said
all that.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'm a little
I think
tipsy after
you
all that.
should-
Oh, that went to my head. I'm a little tipsy.
Especially when you doubled them up. Okay.
I think we won.
What was the name of this again? This drink?
Never. La Pina.
La Pina.
We're going to continue to enjoy our life.
Yes.
Right.
With or without questions.
With or without. Well, it's without questions. I asked my last question.
You asked your last one?
And so when we're gonna plate the food
Okay.
and go back onto the table, we'll be
Get it in.
right back
Yeah.
on Love Dish.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to Love Dish. As you can see, all of our ingredients, all of our components of the meal have come together now, and we are about to take a bite. Because I have to prove to y'all that I can cook. You know, I never get to cook
It looks
my own
amazing.
meal on here.
It doesn't. It smells delicious.
Yes, and so we have our little simple salad, which I think is arugula. And you always want to season your greens beforehand.
Really?
Because, yes, because sometimes they can be a little bitter. And so with arugula, I like to do just a little bit of lemon pepper on them and toss it with that. And then I toss it with whatever dressing I like. This is a just easy Italian dressing. Let it sit in the refrigerator so that everything can marry together. And then when you're ready to eat, you just plate it.
Nice.
So, okay. And you see our little knots that we put in the bag. They came out great. And then our easy spaghetti with our Italian sausage as an option. So, thank you guys, first of all, for coming on the show
It's a
tonight. I
pleasure.
think the conversation has been really fun and lively. Our game was great. We realized we're the champions of all.
I'll take that L. It's okay.
It might mean we need to get our lives together. That's what that might be.
I need a little Jesus or whatever. You know,
I felt it.
needed it. It's all good.
All things crazy in relationships looks like we have done most of them.
Hey.
So, but you're right. Maybe we should just get that together. At any rate, I would love to ask one more question that I always ask everybody. So I'm gonna, Deja, start with you. What is your greatest hope for love? Because we've talked a lot about moving too fast too soon and being in a space to learn from your mistakes and then operating differently as you go forward. So what is your greatest hope for love?
That it happens. That it's true. That it is pure. That it is honest. And that it is for a lifetime.
I love that. True, pure, honest, and for a lifetime. I love that.
I think for mine is I just want to be consistent. I want to be able to be in a situation where I can be everything that the person that I'm with needs me to be. I want to be that protector. I want to be that provider. I want to be that best friend.
Yes.
And I want to be able to place her above everything else that I have in my life. So, you know, my goal is just to be able to have someone that I can mirror. And she can mirror me, and then we can create our dreams and chase them together, build that family, and have that us against the world mentality.
I love that.
That's all I care
Be
about.
a mirror and then
Yeah.
go from there. Conquer the world.
That's it.
Right? So you've heard it here. Purpose, making it happen, building your dreams, and going from there. I love both of those answers. And let's just make sure that everybody knows how to get in touch and keep up with you guys. So how can people find you?
Absolutely. Anybody
And what do you have coming up?
Coming up, our show, The Gentleman's Sweep, is every Monday on WLVS Radio. That's how they tell us to say it. But you can watch live at 9 o'clock on Listen Vision Live. We just cut up. We just have a good time. And we're always looking at things from a male perspective. So they can just get online and check us out. And definitely you can hit me on any social media under Jay, last name Russ, Russ.
And maybe I should come on your show and give a female.
Please come on our show and give a female's perspective, but keep it nice. Keep it, because y'all kind of beat me up a little bit today. Behind the scenes, so keep it nice.
He's totally lying.
Keep it nice.
He's not called
so
any of
extra
that.
right
I
now.
don't remember any of that happening.
I had a great time, man. This is amazing. I had a great time.
And Deja, how can people find you and keep up?
So on social media, I am at Deja Perez. All social media, it's pretty simple. And I've got some things in the works for 2018. I'm not really sure yet how it's all going to work out, but I'm going to put positive stuff in the universe, and I will let you know as soon as I can.
Awesome. All right, so you heard it here. You all have some wonderful things ahead. And listen, again, I can't say thank you enough. We are going to dig into this plate, but first of all, I want to make sure you can get the quick recipe for this right below, as well as leave any comment that you'd like. Let me know what you think about this. Like I said, it's a easy spaghetti recipe, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can catch me again next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. right here on Love Dish. In the meantime, let's take a big bite.
Yes.
I'd love to hear what you guys think. Go for it. Go for
Y'all
it.
good? Y'all good? Mmm.
That's delicious.
This is actually really good.
I'm going to need you to not sound surprised, okay?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Listen,
Ooh, this is actually really
Taste
good.
my salad, please. That I
Okay, we'll
brought.
taste the salad.
Yes.
Jeez. Do we need affirmations in our life?
The
Let's
lemon.
taste.
Yes.
It's good.
It's good? It's good?
That's good.
It's very good.
It's actually really good. Your salad is actually really
The
good.
salad that I brought is actually really good.
There you have it. It's good. Take care.
Sit right here, my dear. Come on, baby, open up about your fears. Let's talk about love. Laughs and tears, I hope that I make it clear. For you, love, I'm here.
Baby, just show me your heart. You know that this could be the very start of something wonderful.